should be able to see a tower here, but the great clearing capability from Big Fat is able to stall it just even more, able to clear those creep waves, not allow Dignitas to take an advantage.
That Baron buff from Dignitas is actually almost gone. We got about like a sixth of it left. We still got some board clearing going on, but the push from Dignitas has not been all too successful. Anivia's been mid this entire time, clearing the waves immediately with the ultimate, and Dignitas can't get the damage they need. We got the Rupture coming in from Hotshot. Everyone sounds. They're taking the tower shots the entire time, all going on to Skara. Karthus, not the best tanker for a tower, but Cutie Pie getting damage while he can, and I think Baron buff should be gone by the next time they go in on this tower.
But they will be able to get this tier 1 tower, and with some of CLG going back, they should be able to put some pressure on the second one because Shyvana is bottom. We'll see whether or not Jax goes to slow her down. He does have his teleport up now, so he is heading over that way. But actually Dignitas, because the Baron is down, they are very comfortable with sitting back, taking that slight advantage, and then continuing to farm.
Yeah, if you're pushing a tower top or bot, if you're hitting up to the tier 2, this bush right here is actually a very popular hiding spot. So if you have like a skill shot, you just fire, and if you think someone's recalling in there, you can actually get a kill sometimes.
Which spot was that?
The bush right here. That side bush right there, a very popular hiding spot.
Yeah, but Vayne picking up that red buff has a significant amount of damage right now. The stack's sticking on the Bloodthirster since that change, so that does very well with all of her burst damage scaling off of that physical damage. And we do have 3 members of CLG coming in this bottom lane. Voyboy really just too safe right now with the Ghost. He is going to back off there.
So I think now we're waiting a little bit. We're just playing a little bit passive. We're waiting for Baron to come back up. We're waiting for Dragon to come back up, and actually got Voyboy just getting St. Vicious just away a little bit. And we have Dragon Baron should be coming up very soon, and actually got St. Vicious here now having to run away from Voyboy. We got the Sheen proc. The nice little red aura is when he's going to be doing a little bit extra damage with his next attack.
But here you can see the concern for CLG at this point. They don't have really great teamfight initiation without picking someone off with Anivia. If they can pick someone off, that's huge. But they don't really have the gap closers without those Shirelias. So if we have the kite with Karthus's wall, Dignitas can just reset those fights, kind of ignore it for a little bit, and then we don't have the pushing power for CLG. So right now they kind of just have to have a wait and see mentality, see if they can pick anyone off. We do have a couple of members from Dignitas coming into this bottom lane, going to be surrounding St. Vicious here. Hotshot is here as well. Voyboy taking some damage. St. Vicious going to Dragon Form out of there and going to be safe, but this will be another tower for Dignitas.
Dignitas will swoop right in. We still got enough minions. We're just going to go ahead and grab that real quick. Are they going to push there? We got some pings for Dignitas to retreat back. Just going to go ahead. They've taken their objective. They're going to back off. And now we got 3 towers from both teams down at the moment. It's in terms of defenses, in terms of towers, are pretty even. Gold not too far apart. Like 2-3K separating these teams. But Dignitas is ahead in kills. A lot of them, actually Jax has been a part of every single one.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely farmed right now, catching up to Hotshot, with the CS just constantly split pushing and to go along with his kills, so he's going to be a serious threat. It'll be interesting to see, Jax has that capability of shutting down Vayne in the fights with the stun. Vayne does have the cleanse, but even so, if they take down Jax, who's going to be extremely tanky in these fights, then they're still going to have to deal with Karthus. They're going to have to deal with Kog'Maw. So who do you focus as CLG? It's really going to come down to whether or not CLG can burst someone down. They have a lot of burst damage with Cho'Gath's Feast, with Vayne. So it'll be key for them to just pick people off once again. In a head-to-head fight, CLG definitely at a disadvantage, though, and even more so as the game progresses.
We also see we got Jax grabbing the Hextech Gunblade. We got a lot of sustain there. We got the Life Steal. We got the Spell Vamp. He's going to stay in team fights a little longer, but Scar actually getting caught out by Anivia. We got the wall. We got the stun. And he decides to flash in the middle of it. We cannot get the AoE on anyone else, so everyone from CLG has decided to back up, but we got the ult from Karthus trying to do what he can. Voyboy teleporting in, going out on St. Vicious. We got the Janna ult clearing everyone away, and Locust being singled out by CLG, but now double up in the back of the line, and Cutie Pie going way too far forward. Will die as well. We got a little bit extra true damage, and now Locust actually dying as well. Now Voyboy can't get what he needs, and Dominate is left to run away on his own. 1-4-4.
And Vayne, with that cleanse, with the tumble, with the condemn, was just able to keep himself out of range. Very surprising, Dignitas not able to get in on him, but being able to pick off Karthus very early, turned it for him. QtPie getting his nice damage for a while there, so it looked like he'd be fine, but the great control that Anivia brings, they had those disables up front. We did see the exhaust coming off with Shyvana onto QtPie, and now we do have a Baron for CLG, and it will almost certainly go to them. Dignitas, almost no chance
Steal this
of
with the
stealing
cleaver,
this.
for the love of God, steal this with the cleaver to be hilarious now. If you sold out with a cleaver, I would have been so good, but CLG, they've secured a Baron for themselves, and you know what, Chaucer came back just in time.
And so now with that Baron buff, we'll see what CLG does with it. They will want to try and go for map control. It will still be difficult for them to push down towers. It depends on how kind of ballsy they're feeling, whether or not they think they can just run right up to the towers and just tank them with Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath is extremely tanky though, so that will be interesting to see. Whether he just decides to run up and tank it for him, because then they do have enough damage to burst it down. But I think putting themselves in that short melee range for Karthus to have that great wall set up, have that AoE damage, might be kind of tricky for them. So CLG definitely wants to take Dragon, see if they can take some buffs. Blue buff should be up shortly for Dignitas, I believe. Red buff, Cog was able to get it, but we'll see whether or not they have a push. Actually, Dignitas going back, so CLG will be able to take down this mid tower.
CLG, we have the minion wave that we need, and if we need to tank out a tower straight out, Hotshot GG, he's got a fair amount of health on him. He's pretty big. He's pretty huge. He's died twice. So those stacks can be sticking up at 6 for the time being, and they have Baron buff. They have all the advantage they need with a minion wave to just go ahead and pressure down these towers. Dignitas has no choice but to defend against this mid push, and we're just going to see them taking more objectives. We may see them wandering down, possibly going to take the dragon real quick, but I think we're actually just going to go straight out for this bot tower.
And you also have to consider, the more and more I'm seeing what CLG is doing, they're really playing this matchup extremely effectively. We have 2 Randuin's Omens, so that slow is really going to shut down a lot of Cog's damage. And then Hotshot, knowing he's already tanky, doesn't want them just ignoring him, goes with actually a blue pot and then the Wit's End. So he's going to have a lot of anti-carry kind of harass damage, able to get up in Cog's face. If Cog is kind of threatened, not able to deal that damage, then very quickly we could see Vayne clearing up the fight.
We got the mini wave pushing, but it has been cleared. CLG, we got the wall, trapping a few members of Dignitas in tower, 350 health about. Next minion wave, we should get the 1, 2, 3 shots we need to take down that tower. Clearing the wave quite quickly. Will Dignitas decide to back off? They will. They will let that tier 2 tower fall, while keeping CLG from getting any further in, but this wave continues to push. Are they going to switch places? Yes, they are. They're going to go ahead and try their hand at mid once again.
Yeah, and those Anivia walls so well placed this entire game, being able to catch off Karthus and Cog. I mean, those are their targets. So not going in for the kills, recognize, hey, they've got the Baron, they don't want to be too aggressive here, but able to wear Dignitas down to the point where they can't defend this, and so as a result, a couple of towers going down for CLG.
Double left, just go ahead, plug away at this tower. Dignitas can't even